Hello everyone, how are you? And welcome to another episode of Sky Thinks. Now this is actually the game where I hit top 500 this season in Season 3. I already hit it in Season 1, didn't really play in Season 2, but we're back there again. And unfortunately the recording cut out a little bit early, so I didn't get the full match. This is about a minute into the first round. And now this game was played off stream and a lot of people wanted to see it, so I figured I would turn it into a Sky Thinks episode. But anyway, this is a spot I really like on defense here on this map of Illios, because you're blocked from a lot of different angles that people can get to you, and pretty nasty angles actually. Now we get caught there by the Zarya Graviton bomb, but it's okay because our Lucio drops a very nice sound barrier to block us off. Our team's over here and you can see that I'm going to jump a lot, and it's kind of random. And most of the time, I would say that I'm jumping actually too much. But most of this is because I have lots of short range and lots of long range options for targets. So when I jump, it's because I think I might want to do a jump scope, but instead just nothing pops out for me to shoot at. So instead I do a regular shot. Now our Reinhardt is a little bit too far out there. He's going to wind up dying in just a second, which puts us at a 5v6 disadvantage. But we're still going to try to fight it out, try to get out some of their resources, some of their ultimates. You see, I'm going to use the grenade there because I really want to pick the D.Va off before she gets back in the suit. Being chased by the Zarya here, I try to go around the pillar a little bit to just waste a few more seconds of her time. But they still wind up taking the point anyway. Although, like I said, they did have to use a couple of ultimates to get through us. And that was the primary goal of defending their 5v6. We're going to fast forward just a couple seconds to get back into the action. But here I'm going to be reloading pretty often because I want to make sure I have full bullets as we go into the fight. Now, so see, I'm still at 10. We have a Zarya Graviton. I try to get a grenade off, get Zarya shielded, and I predict that the Roadhog wants to hook me because I'm out in the open, so I do launch the sleep to stop that. Now, Internet Hulk here is actually on my team this game, and he's on Zarya, and he almost died. I used the Nano Boost specifically to keep him alive, just for the damage reduction, and got some scope shots off on him from a distance there that actually kept him alive, and we're going to wind up taking this point and taking the round. Here we are now on Lighthouse, and in this round, I don't think I make a few mistakes. We're going to try to point those out as we go through. But anyway, I try to get off a big anti-heal grenade here from a distance because I see the Reinhardt shield down, and it actually does land, fortunately. But the Reinhardt unfortunately misses his charge on our team, and I missed the hook, the sleep rather, on the Roadhog who hooked our McCree. So now we're just kind of in stay alive mode. I'm staying here behind the pillar. You can see that I'm just staying back. I'm not really trying to get in anywhere. I'm standing behind this pillar right here. Is very strong to stand behind. It really prevents a lot of nasty angles that people can be shooting at you from. And I'm just trying to stall out this point as long as possible. I try to throw a big anti-heal grenade to nail a couple people and maybe try to save our Reinhardt as well. But unfortunately it doesn't quite get there and we wind up getting taken out. I try to hide behind the pillar a little bit to stall just a couple seconds off of the soldier's time, but it wind up not actually doing it in the end. So now our team has to regroup a little bit. As I approach the point here, we have a lot of people very, very low, so I actually do burn the healing grenade just to get them up again. And we sit here for a little while we have to regroup anyway and kind of formulate our plan. So by the time the fight starts, my grenade's up again anyway. Now, I put the Nano Boost on the Reinhardt. It was a little bit early. That Nano Boost was a little bit early. It was mostly intended just to be a kind of my sign to go in. But I see that we start to lose the fight, so I intentionally die there to the D.Va ult because I don't want to feed the ultimate off to anyone else because I knew that the fight was lost at that point. So unfortunately my Nano Boost last fight a little bit wasted, used a tad too early. So and notice I'm always checking tab to make sure that everybody is still on the same heroes, there hasn't been any updates. Unfortunately Lucio gets hooked here, so we are in a 5v6 now. I try to get the sleep off on the Roadhog. Because of this, I take a little bit of a risky sleep that might not hit, but it winds up missing unfortunately. We do get a pick off, so we're back up to a regular situation. Our Reinhardt's quite deep in. I hear some noise behind me, and it was the Lucio. I get a sleep off on him, and I wind up going down to the Roadhog. Because of it, I had to go a little bit too far out of position, but it does allow the Lucio to get picked off very easily, though, and our team actually winds up taking the point back. After we cap the point, our team decides to hold pretty far up, which is normally okay, but we're pretty low on heroes right now. Our Reinhardt is going to get very low and anti-healed, so I have to come all the way out here to heal him. and unfortunately the Roadhog winds up getting me because of it. Now, I was pretty sure I was going to die there. I wasn't 100%, but I was pretty sure. I would rather have the Reinhardt alive, however, than myself, because I don't think that we would have been able to do much in a 5v6 situation without the Reinhardt's Earth Shatter. I try to go for the long grenade here. It does actually wind up hitting a teammate, but it doesn't wind up in the end, unfortunately, turning the fight. It does. We do wind up stalling a little bit though here. I throw the healing grenade down to heal up the D.Va a little bit, because right now we're pretty much in full stall mode. I don't think that we can win this fight necessarily yet, but the D.Va actually gets a really, really nice boop on their Reinhardt, which makes me much more confident that this fight's going to go off. So I'm looking for a nano boost target. Unfortunately, the Reinhardt kind of jukes me a bit around the building. Not sure which side he's going to be on, so the Reinhardt goes down. So if we actually look at that exact same clip one more time with the Reinhardt going to the right, I go to the right, and now he goes to the left. It was probably safe for me to go approach from the left, because you know, looking into the future, I should have known the Reinhardt would have not stayed on that right side, but it was just a small detail at the time that I didn't really think about, and it winds up actually costing us the fight, because the Reinhardt, you know, like I said, jukes me around the corner. I couldn't get the heal quite on him, and that's going to be the point pretty much. I considered there switching to Tracer, and that was me bringing up the menu for a second, but I decided against it. Or not Tracer rather, but someone else who can get to the point quickly. So all we have left now is our Tracer, pretty much, and our D.Va finally comes in, but it's just not going to be enough. We don't have enough people here. They have too many ults and stuff, so we're actually going to be knocked out the point, and we're going to lose it at this point. So round 2, it's all tied up here, 1-1. So now we're in the third round here. This is Ruins, and I always like to kind of stay on this right side around the pillar area. This side is very safe. I see a Roadhog go there. I sleep him because I predict he's going to hook me, but he actually doesn't. He just goes back behind the cover. So I wind up wasting my sleep grenade there. But I would have thrown it anyway, because, like I said, if he did choose to hook me there, I would have been 100% dead. And now you're going to see that I actually use my healing grenade a little bit more than usual in this particular match, because our Reinhardt player XQC is really, really aggressive. And so I need to use my healing grenade on him more often than I normally would have for other Reinhardts, which is fine. It's just a particular playstyle. But normally I do use more defensive, rather offensive grenades. I normally try to go for the offensive grenades much more. But there, I intentionally threw the grenade past my D.Va to get her on in the back end of the AoE. Otherwise, it wouldn't have gotten the rest of my team and potentially anti-healed the enemy team as well. So now I'm just going to sit back here, only exposing myself to this one entrance point from the enemy team, and scoping in to heal. But unfortunately, our Reinhardt drops his shield for just a second to get hook. I throw out a grenade. It's more like a Hail Mary grenade, hoping that their Reinhardt drops his shield. I try to get a sleep off because I think they're going to advance, but instead our Zarya throws out her ultimate as well. So they get sucked back. I throw out an I try to get a big anti-heal, and I do hit a lot of people, but unfortunately we just don't have the damage there. I try to pick out the soldier, get him to 1 health, but miss the second shot. But it doesn't really matter. Our entire team's dead and they're all alive, so we are going to wind up losing the point. Now, going on to the next fight here, our Zarya gets incredibly low, and unfortunately my healing grenade gets blocked by the D.Va, who's just barely moving past me at that point, so that was a bit unlucky. So because of that, we wind up getting pushed back, but our Reinhardt gets a very nice charge on the enemy Reinhardt, and here his Earth Shatter just comes up. We put the sleep on the D.Va, and it's going to put an opening for the double Earth Shatter here. So we're going to take down their Lucio. And I threw the healing grenade down, of course, on our Reinhardt, because he was taking a lot of damage there. But that charge onto their Reinhardt and the Earth Shatter on their Lucio gives us the opening to retake the point. Now I tried to do some healing to our Reinhardt, just in case, because I saw that he was going to go off the ledge, but it could have actually been onto a pillar. So you saw that I tried to throw the healing grenade there, but I wound up missing anyway. It doesn't matter, because our Reinhardt wound up going off the ledge. So of course, any amount of healing wouldn't have saved him. So here we have a nano boost. I'm going to be looking to use it in this next fight. And again, hiding behind this pillar, looking at that one entrance. So I'm, again, standing behind the pillar, standing behind this cover, always staying a little bit further back than normal. Although here I do go up, because otherwise I have no angle in the fight. And I'm just trying to figure out where the enemy is coming from at this point. Like, what's their angle? And so they wind up coming over the top. I'm going to hide behind here in this back area, so I'm covered. And I'm going to nano boost our Reinhardt at this point. That was a much better nano boost than before because the fight had actually started at that point. Unfortunately, they get a really big Earth Shatter, and they just wind up having more ultimates than we do. So we actually wind up going down there. However, going to this next fight, we have Zarya ult coming up. We have our Mei ult coming up as well. So this next fight looks pretty promising. Definitely don't want to be screwing this up because if we lose this fight, we might not have too good of a time in the fight after that. So I throw down a healing grenade because our Reinhardt decides to drop his shield and try to really get in there, and he winds up going down for it. So I go around here, I go around the pillar to try to get a big 6-man healing grenade off, but unfortunately their Reinhardt turns his shield at the very, very last second, and I wind up actually getting booped off by like the last shot of the Roadhog. But because, like I said, we had the Zarya ult, we had the Mei ult as well, we had that big ult advantage, we wound up being able to push through anyway. So we're here in this next round, this 4th round, and we're back on Nepal Lighthouse. So let's see if I learned anything from last time, because like I said, in the last time we were on this map earlier on, I didn't necessarily play too well. So I tried to get a big healing grenade here, but unfortunately I just couldn't get the angle. There were too many allies in front of me, and also I saw that their diva was using defense matrix. Here I run out of ammo, which is really unfortunate because I could have saved the diva. I try to predict actually the Reinhardt. If we look at that one more time, I'm about to throw a grenade here, and it's going to look a little bit weird, but this is actually a prediction. I'm predicting the Reinhardt's going to drop his shield because right now my Reinhardt is attacking him. And there's nothing really shooting at the Reinhardt, so I thought that he was going to drop his shield and try to counterattack or charge or something, just pretty much do anything. So here I do throw the grenade because I think that that's going to happen, but he does leave his shield up, so the grenade doesn't go through. That would have been a big grenade if I had predicted that correctly. But now my whole team is going and chasing over there, and I unfortunately wasn't able to rotate with them, so now I'm kind of in trouble. I throw the sleep dart out, kind of predicting the hook, but the hook doesn't come out. It was just a safety thing. I do get a big anti-healing grenade out because I noticed the Reinhardt shield is down. Whenever the Reinhardt shield is down, I always try to go for one of those big anti-heal grenades. That's pretty much the main thing stopping you from doing it most of the time. And I try to get a little bit of a poke out on the Lucio, but I missed the shots. And here the healing grenade was intended, hopefully, to hit both the Mei and the Roadhog if the Mei had stayed alive, but unfortunately the Mei got one shot. Instead, it just went onto the Roadhog, but still some nice damage. And I have the healing grenade up. I throw it out, and I nano boost the Reinhardt, but and it would have been really good. The Reinhardt would have stayed alive for a long time there, but unfortunately, he does get booped off, or charged off rather, by the enemy Reinhardt. I get some scope shots out there on our Zarya to keep her alive for a little bit, but unfortunately, the fight is just too far gone at this point. I consider jumping off the ledge, but I stick around just to distract the soldier for a few more seconds, and so that our team can stall for longer. They wind up stalling for about another 10 seconds, but that's about it. So our Zarya, taking some damage, actually gets really low there because of the rocket, which results in me throwing down the grenade to heal her up quickly, because getting the Zarya picked off right there would have been very bad, would have wasted about 15 seconds of time. So now we are going to go and push up. Their Reinhardt was actually hiding behind and gets a really nice charge off on a diva, but I get a great healing, but because of that, actually, because the shield was down, I managed to get a big healing grenade, anti-healing grenade, onto our Zarya ultimate, which hits all 6 of them. Now here I estimate the time that our Roadhog's going to be asleep to be a little bit too long by like just half a second there, because I was thinking about other things. So he actually just wakes up, and I hadn't hid behind the pillar yet, so he just hooks me. And that might have actually cost us this team fight, because we were looking pretty good otherwise. And you see, we still have heroes up. Our Reinhardt might have lived if I was there to heal him. But yeah, so always make sure that when you are sleeping a really dangerous target like that, never forget about them, like what I just did. So this nano boost right here was a misclick. I didn't intend to do that nano boost, and that's obviously misclicks are very bad, especially when they have to do with your ultimate. So that made me feel kind of bad. I was in voice chat giving my apologies. But now we waited for our diva to come back, and here she is. She's come back, so we're gonna push in here. I do expect our Reinhardt to do something aggressive because he's been aggressive all game. So I'm holding the healing grenade, waiting for that, and there it is. So I wait for the charge, throw it out, get our Reinhardt. Unfortunately, he still dies despite the healing, but I get a nice pick on the soldier as well, and the anti-heal hit their Reinhardt, which let us take him down very easily. I get a nice sleep here on the Lucio. I just threw it out there just to see if I could get him, even though it was a little bit of a hard shot, and we actually wound up getting him in the end. So now we freeze their diva, the Lucio throws him in the trash can, and we're sitting on the point at 65%. Pretty much just need to win one more team fight, and that'll be the match. So again, just like in the last round, we have Zarya plus Mei ultimate up, and we're coordinating that in the chat. I'm staying back here. I get just a little bit of poke on the enemy Ana, but overall I'm not going to go up there. I'm just staying back here, being safe, just in case, waiting for the fallback, because if I go up there, I'm in a pretty good amount of danger. But our team does wind up successfully completing the Zarya Mei combo, takes them out, and I wasn't really needed anyway. So I was staying back primarily because I didn't want to die. I wanted to be there so that when my team fell back, I had that healing grenade to get them all back up to full. So anyway, guys, that was the match. This was the match that got me to top 500 this particular season. I did make a couple more mistakes in this particular match than I usually do, but a lot of people wanted to see it because, like I said, it was off stream. Unfortunately, I was in try-hard mode off stream, just trying to focus. And yeah, so anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy. I hope you still like the series. Let me know if you want more, because people seem to like the Symmetra one. Maybe on a different hero next time. So anyway, guys, leave any questions, comments, all that stuff down below. If you haven't already done it, be sure to join our Skyline Discord channel. I'm going to put it in the description. Great community. Ask any questions. Just talk about Overwatch. It's really, really cool. I think that it's a really great resource for anyone who just wants to talk about Overwatch, ask questions, or just hang out and talk about spaghetti or something. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you always stay positive. Have a great day. Peace out, guys.